Change is inevitable, and managing terminations with precision is as vital as the hiring process itself. In this session, we'll explore how the termination business process streamlines worker departures while maintaining data integrity. We'll review initiating the termination business process, configuring exit interviews to capture valuable feedback, and managing job overlaps to ensure seamless staffing transactions. The termination business process ends the active relationship between an organization and a worker. This configurable business process captures essential data, such as termination reasons and equipment inventory. As you initiate the process, you can indicate rehire eligibility, note regrettable terminations, configure notice periods, and attach necessary documentation. Additionally, you can include questionnaires to record information, such as exit interviews. When initiating a termination, you must specify a termination reason and termination date. The date is based on the worker's local time zone. Additionally, the worker's last day of work cannot occur after this date. Workday maintains the individual's status as an active worker until midnight on the effective termination date, ensuring data integrity throughout the termination process. You can configure multiple termination reasons for a single event within the termination and end contingent worker business processes. Capturing these specific details allows your organization to track and report on turnover data. By analyzing these multi-layered reasons, you can understand termination trends and develop more effective retention strategies. You can group individual termination reasons into categories using the Maintain Termination Categories task. These categories, such as involuntary and voluntary, organize different available options, such as an involuntary workforce reduction or a voluntary move when you initiate a termination. Workday requires you to enter at least one primary termination reason to move the termination business process forward. To meet specific reporting goals by location, use the Maintain Local Termination Reasons task. This allows you to create reasons that reflect the unique legal or administrative requirements of a specific country or region. You can also manage field requirements by location through the Maintain Localization Settings task. For example, you can designate the termination reason as a required field for workers in Argentina, while allowing the field to remain optional for U.S. workers. To initiate a termination, select the Terminate Employee task. While managers and administrators typically perform this action, workers can initiate their own resignation using the Submit Resignation task if an organization enables that specific business process. When you begin the process, the Guided Editor framework prompts you for the specific data Workday needs to complete the transaction. This structured interface ensures that you capture all necessary details to maintain technical integrity and organizational compliance. Before you terminate a worker, it's important that you understand the steps and specific data that Workday captures during the termination business process, such as exit interviews and job overlaps. Workday delivers exit interview options as a step on the termination business process, which records valuable feedback. There are two methods for conducting exit interviews: the complete questionnaire step or the to-do step. The complete questionnaire step is highly configurable. It allows you to directly capture feedback from the terminating employee or another participant using a custom-built questionnaire. You can customize questionnaires with various question types and make them required. You can also easily report on questionnaire results. Alternatively, you can include a to-do step to initiate the Workday-delivered Create Exit Interview task. This task captures information like the interviewer's comments and the property a worker returns. Administrators and managers conducting an involuntary termination typically complete this exit interview type. Administrators can view results in the exit interview report. Deciding between the two options depends on your specific process requirements. To prevent transaction delays, Workday recommends making this step optional and placing either option after the completion step. The job overlap functionality allows two workers to occupy the same position for a defined period. This configuration supports organizational continuity, whether you're training a replacement for a departing worker or backfilling a position during a leave of absence. When you initiate a termination, you can designate the position for job overlap directly within the transaction. Beyond terminations, you can activate this feature during the hiring process or proactively make specific positions eligible for overlap. This flexibility ensures transitions are seamless and your staffing remains stable. Workday identifies the new hire as the overlapping worker and the original worker as the primary worker. Both individuals share all security roles associated with the position restrictions, including manager roles. This means that business processes will route to both workers, and both will display when you view the supervisory organization. It's important to note that Workday does not synchronize organization assignments across positions and position restrictions. Any changes you make to organization assignments will only apply to the specific position you select. To monitor these arrangements, you can use the overlap workers and positions with overlap reports to track your data accurately. Now, let's explore an example. Meet Brian Sullivan, an HR partner for the Marketing Services Group. He needs to terminate Jason Boyle. To accomplish this task, Brian will configure the complete questionnaire step, initiate a termination, enter required data, and enable job overlap. To record crucial criteria, I need to add the complete questionnaire step on the termination business process. To begin, I'll navigate to the Create Questionnaire task. From the Allowed on Business Processes fields pull-down menu, I'll select Termination, then OK. I'll configure any questions to meet my business requirements. Once the questionnaire exists, I'll navigate to the Termination business process and edit the definition to add the complete questionnaire step. Now, this questionnaire will automatically route to the applicable Workers My Tasks for completion. To initiate the termination, I'll navigate to Jason's worker profile and select the Actions button. From the menu, I'll select Job Change, then Terminate Employee. Within the guided editor, I'll enter the primary reason, the termination date, and other essential details. In the Regrettable section, I'll indicate that the departure is a loss to the organization and confirm that the worker is eligible for rehire. Next, I'll determine whether to close the position. While downsizing or reorganizing might require closing a position, I keep this position open to accommodate a replacement. I specify the position for a job overlap and attach necessary files. Once I submit the task, Workday triggers any remaining steps, such as a questionnaire, based on the organization's configuration. Once the process achieves a successfully completed status, Workday updates the worker's details based on your configuration. The individual remains an active worker until midnight on the effective date. After this date, an HR administrator must perform any future updates on the terminated worker's profile. Once the completion step runs, the process may still include remaining steps, such as a to-do step to review the time off balance for payout report. In this session, we review the termination business process, including how to initiate a termination and capture feedback using exit interviews. We also identified how to configure job overlaps to maintain operational continuity. These tools ensure your organization maintains technical integrity while navigating workforce changes with efficiency.